Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
On behalf of BVO Sports TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon, makers of the Raycon Everyday Earbuds, the perfect model for premium sound with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They are the ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit RayconGlobal.com. That's RayconGlobal.com and elevate your listening experience. We here at BVO Sports TV would like to thank the sponsor of today's podcast, Prize Picks. Pick, predict, play. It's that simple. A huge thank you to Prize Picks for supporting BVO Sports TV and the Doghouse community. Thanks again to Prize Picks.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Sports TV. What's going on, Prize? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. What's up with you? You good?
Good to go, man. Hey, so what
Indeed.
you think about we got a big fight coming on the 31st.
Yeah.
What you think about this weekend when we seen Severo Matias get stopped? What you think about that?
Not surprised. We've been talking about this for years. Me and you agree that he wasn't very good. I'm not gonna go as far as saying he trash, but I'm just gonna say he wasn't. I used to call him a walking knockout, and nobody got. No, these are facts. And somebody finally got to him. I just didn't know who. Of course, we don't know that, but we knew. We just didn't know who. We just didn't know when. Who and when. We didn't know. But we knew. He got. He can come back though. It ain't over for him. I don't want you people to get up here and be like, oh, well, BVO and Pride said it's over for him. Or y'all might say, oh, well, now y'all want to jump off his train. No, if you listen to this show, me and BVO always said he wasn't very good. BVO like to go a step further. I just like to say he wasn't very good. And a couple other brothers and came on his channel and said the same thing. So, but shout out to him. He still came to fight. He don't quit. All them shenanigans people gonna try to blame him with. None of that stuff, works. You got to show up and fight. And shout out to Dalton, man. Dalton, man, he was in that mug. I thought he fought the wrong fight, BVO. I didn't think that he should get in them firefights or Subrio clipped him a couple times. I was like, man, Dalton ain't gonna. I kept saying it during the fight call. I was like, man, Dalton not gonna make it if he keep fighting like this, bro. There's no way he gonna make it. Shit, I was wrong. He made it, and he's tough. And Eddie looked like he won the lottery. So man, Dalton Smith is definitely in a good position, and we got to see what he does next. People want him to fight Devin and all this stuff, and man, Dalton can do whatever he want now because he with the machine.
Yeah, speaking of that fight with him and Devin, why you think everybody trying to figure out what Devin's gonna do? It's like that's all you hear now. What you think about that?
Because that lets you know
about them.
Because that lets you know Devin is one of the top 5 pound for pound fighters in the world. There's no way that people could think you so trash or so this and so that, but everybody got your name in their mouth. Because they know Devin. They know Devin is the money man. Some of these little niggas like, I'm sorry, some of these little brothers like Africa and them would love to fight Devin Haney because you know why? They're gonna get the most money they ever had in their life. So Devin is a money man. He's a top. To me, he's definitely top 5 wherever you want to put him. But you got to put him somewhere in the 5 to me, and that's why they call his name. That's why they want to rumble him so much. Why else? Everybody used to have Floyd name in their mouth, right? Why? Floyd is a lottery ticket. They know. Then people not still. You get Coach up here. Coach, what Coach tell you about the them checks clearing. He'll tell
For
you.
sure. So speaking of that, man, today we were talking about something that really kind of hit me, and it's that we're looking at hold on, man, get your bum ass out of here, man. Tell me we don't know boxing, man. Get your bum ass out of here, bro. Head your
Who's
ass to the
who,
trash, man.
Chief?
Whoever that dude was in there talking trash. If you can't
He might
be
have been
respectful in the
joking.
chat, yeah, if you can't be respectful, man, get the hell out.
Yeah,
But I'll
get him
say
out of
this,
here.
man.
F him.
For me, the thing is this. If Teal's able to win this fight, which a lot of people have been kind of underestimating him, but if Teal's able to win this fight, man, there's a really good chance, man, that you probably could put him top 100 in boxing history, because that'll be the third guy in his prime on the pound for pound list that he beat. And I think people don't realize that Shakur is beatable, man. Shakur is not this guy who can be beat. He's not unstoppable. And I think this would be, if anybody, this would probably be a guy that Teal could really, really dominate. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't know about all that, putting him on this, that, or whatever. But if he wins, he's definitely going to be in the driver's seat. You know, man, I can't imagine if Teofimo wins. Well, actually, I can. But I'm just saying, if he does, dog, man, he gonna be out of control, bro.
Yeah, salute, Billy. I think the thing I'm saying that that if you think about it, if you think about the guys that he's already beat, Josh Taylor, Lomachenko, these are Hall of Famers. And I'll be honest with you, I dare say that Shakur's a Hall of Famer. If he's able to beat these three guys, man, you're talking about that's as good a resume as any. If you think about it, when he beat them, he didn't beat them half dead. He beat them at their best. And to me, if he beats Shakur right now, this would be almost like it was when he beat Lomachenko at 23 years old. Man, I think it'll really change people's thoughts on Teal, because really, Teal, the way he behaved with the whole Devin Haney fight is that thing that really hurt him, is the way he behaved with the Devin Haney fight, like not taking it, and people assuming that he ducked in, whatever the case may be. But hey, I would say this, man, whatever works. That's what you got to be like when it comes to boxing. Whatever works. And I think for me, I would love to see Teal get this win, because it says a lot about him as a fighter. What would you say?
Yeah, I definitely don't want him to win. You know, I'm definitely want my young boy from Jersey to win. That's not a question. And I think that he's going to win. You know, I don't know how, because this fight is hard for me to, you know, because we didn't ever say, oh, I need Teo Shakur right now. Come to the front. We didn't ask for this, but we appreciate it, you know, but we didn't ask for it. But I think, man, I don't know who's going to win this. I really don't, BVO. I think that Shakur going to win it, though. I just don't know how. That's my only problem.
I mean, I think you're really just kind of saying that because Shakur is black. I mean, there's nothing else that tells you that he will win this fight other than that the man is black and Puerto Rican. I mean, I just be honest here, man. If you look at the X's and the O's, take how you feel about T.O. side, a guy that athletic can usually get around a technician like that. So it's one of them things where you can really to my man Blue Hustle, man. I think you really could mess around and see T.O. put on a show, man. He could really style out in this fight, man, because Shakur is pretty much straight up and down. And then I think the thing a lot of people are missing is his hands. Who knows if God blesses and he messes hands up before he fight T.O. What happens then? Shoot my brother Rick the Ruler, man. Shoot my man Blue Hustle, man. I just say this: smash the like button, bro. Smash the like button, man, for your boy BVO. I just say this though: if you think about it, this is one of the best fights that we've seen really in years. Both these guys are good. You can't say either one is trash. They both have had performances that we necessarily didn't like. But if you be honest here, I think that this is a good way for them both to kind of redeem themselves. T.O. with the Steve Claggett, you know, and the Sandor Martin and the Jermaine. You know, the thing is, you got to remember, T.O. didn't beat names. Was it as clean as we liked him? No. But he beat Jermaine Ortiz. Don't we see Keyshawn Davis going crazy about fighting Jermaine Ortiz? Yes. If you think about it, they use Jermaine Ortiz for everybody that want to fight Devin Haney. If they want to get you ready for Devin Haney, you're going to fight Jermaine Ortiz. If you just think about it, that's what they always try to do. They try to use Devin Haney and Jermaine Ortiz because they got somewhat of a similar style. And I tell you this, no matter how it goes, Teal comes out on top. I mean, we talking about one of the greatest fighters that ever lived, man. Because he already done a bunch. He didn't already done a bunch. I mean, take the hate out of it, Prize. He's been unified at lightweight. He won the Ring magazine at lightweight and at junior lightweight. And at junior welterweight. I mean,
yeah,
what
but
are we talking about here?
You said one of the greatest fighters of all time. That's crazy.
Bro, how many times do niggas ring the Ring magazine belt? We got to deal with the truth. The truth is everybody doesn't ring the Ring magazine belt. You know, it's a big deal now to have the ring. Remember, that was always a big deal to Tio.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I
didn't
say the greatest to ever live. I said one of the greatest to ever live. You guys gotta listen to what I'm saying. He's one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. If he can beat Shakur after beating Josh Taylor, beating Josh Taylor, Lomachenko, come on, man. Jermaine Ortiz. I think we gotta be honest here, man. Tio has done the work, and really what it is niggas is haters. If Tio was black with waves in the beard, I mean, I got you delusional hanging, dang father, because you're not being real. You a hater. Look at what the nigga's done. What are you talking about? He's been unified at lightweight. While Tank was there, while Devin was there, he was unified. So it's like, that's how you know niggas is really D-riders. Y'all don't even know the sport. Look at what he's done. Look at what he's done. But dog, what's going on, man? How you feeling? I don't know, Coach fell off again, but think about it, Prize. If you think about it, Prize, what are we really talking about? And then you add Shakur to that, because whether y'all realize it or not, Shakur is a 3-division champion. Shakur came from 126. And Shakur was a Ring magazine champion at 130. So I don't know what y'all talking about. If Teal can win this fight, this will be a huge fight, man. This will be a huge.
Well, what I think it would do, not only that, it would be a huge win on his resume, but I think it'll catapult him up, somewhere, high in the top pound for pound. As far as him being one of the best ever and all that stuff, I think you being a little too far.
Let me ask you this. You think Devin Haney? No, you think Devin Haney ain't one of the best of all time to become the youngest undisputed champion in lightweight history?
That's different. Tio ain't never do nothing like that.
Tio won the Ring magazine belt from Lomachenko at 23.
All right, but that doesn't. But Devin
and he beat Josh Taylor, who dominated 140.
Devin is in the history books, though.
You telling me if he don't beat Shakur, if he beats Shakur, he not in that 10 conversation?
If he knock out Shakur,
nigga, just say it. Just say you a hater because he's not black. Y'all want to say that?
If he knock out Shakur, where would you put him on the top 10 list? Nowhere.
On the top 10, what? Pound for pound?
All time.
No, he not on it. I didn't see y'all. Don't listen.
You said
That's
ever.
the problem. One of the best ever. I would say Carl Froch is one of the best ever.
Man.
There's a lot of people. I said he'd be a top 100 boxer. You know how many niggas box? I'm saying he would be a top 100 fighter if he can win this fight. What's going on, Bernard? How you feel, man?
Man, I'm good listening to you spew your foolishness.
Here you go. Hold on, Coach. Because now I know you like to talk that business stuff about boxing, but the thing that niggas don't know that you're a boxing savant and you respect history. You telling me a nigga that won the Ring magazine belt twice and beats a dude who's a 3-division champion who was a Ring magazine champion at 130, that's not a hell of a fight? To have 3 dudes on your record like that?
What you said, though.
That's exactly what I said.
No, you didn't. You said he would be considered. You said be considered one of the best ever.
Yes.
No.
You don't think you're a top 100 fighter?
Let me ask you this. In boxing, who have you ever cared? Who have you ever heard say, am I a top 100 fighter? They mention the top 10 when they talk about all-time great, not the top 100. If you from a history of sports, you could get 1 million people to put 100 lists together. You would never find after the first maybe 15. Everybody may have the same group of people, but they're gonna all be in different slots. The only thing you'll get close to universally agreeing on is the top 10. That's why. I mean, tell me what division you ever look at, or what Ring magazine when they were selling them in stores showed the top 100 in a weight class or the top 100. That's not something that people care about. They care about if you can crack the top 10. Even in basketball, they celebrated the greatest 75, but the only conversation you ever hear them talk about is the top 10. And then it gets even more narrow when they only want to talk about the top 5.
I get what you're saying, Coach. I'm just saying boxing is such a big sport. There's been thousands and thousands and thousands of fighters over the years.
Same as with any other sport. If you go over the years, you have top 100 everything. But nobody cares about the top 100.
I mean, in the NFL, they had a whole top 100 list. That's actually where I got the idea from that. Ring magazine.
They had a list, but how often throughout the history or annals of sports do we even bring up a top 100 unless it's the 100th anniversary of something or the 75th anniversary? But on a regular basis, people talk about the top 10. If you want to stretch it, they talk about the top 20. But there's nobody care about if you landed number 89 in the top 100. Cut it out.
You know the funny thing about it, man, and that just goes to show that niggas don't care about what you do in the ring. It's a popularity contest.
Oh, nice.
This is some Safe by the Bell, Screech, Slater, Zach Morris stuff. The nigga going in here fighting Lomachenko at 23, fought Josh Taylor, and about to get in there with one of the slickest, blackest niggas they got, and Shakur Stevenson, one of the best fighters in the world, probably one of the best fighters we've seen in the last 50 years. One of the best boxers we've seen in the last 50 years. If he beats this nigga, you telling me he not one of the greatest to ever live? Stop it.
No, you can't say that because Shakur Stevenson is not a top 100. He's not a top 100 of all time. Neither one of them have done anything that puts them in a top 100. Are they great fighters? Both of them are great fighters. And I don't think anybody from this generation has done anything to put them in the top 100 because they're all scared to fight anybody. You're not going to give accolades to somebody who doesn't have any great fights on their resume. There's no legendary night on Teo's resume. There's no legendary night on Shakur Stevenson's resume. They have a lot of good nights, but none of them will be memorable in 10 years after they retire. Nobody's going to go back and rewatch any of their fights. Now we have to see what happens with their fight with each other. But tell me one fight that you say, man, I just want to sit down on a Saturday night when I'm 60 years old and just reminisce over this fight. Not one.
Coach, we seen a 23-year-old nigga get in there with a
You're
dude
not reminiscing over. You're not reminiscing over that fight. You're not. You can sit here and say all you want. You're not reminiscing over that fight. You're not gonna say, I remember where I was when that fight happened. Cut it out.
I'm gonna bring it home. Now, one of the greatest coaches in the world that you ever seen. You seen him coach live in living color. That's Gary Sr., right?
Yep.
We seen Lomachenko be able to beat Gary Jr. and Gary Sr. out with them in the ring and get a close fight, right? Now,
it's not a fight. After that night the fight took place, I didn't want to see that fight again. There was nothing memorable about that fight.
Oh my God.
It was nothing memorable. What was memorable about it?
The part was we had never. This is the thing about it. Gary Jr. had a bunch of fights, right? And Loma didn't have as many fights as Gary Jr., right? And we seen a guy that wasn't experienced as a pro go in there and beat a technician and beat him. And what I'm saying is this: salute to Uncle Cass, salute to T Hill, salute to my man Crush, man. Y'all smash the like button, man. Come on, man. Y'all in here, man. Please smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. But this is the thing I'm trying to say. When you see these guys fight, you telling me Teofimo Lopez going up to beat 3 niggas in their prime that's on the pound for pound list and fighting them in their prime while they're on the pound for pound list. and I don't like to cuss on here, but I'm about to say this. That's Floyd Mayweather shit. Y'all gotta stop this. This is crazy.
Bruh,
Why is Teofimo fighting one of the best fighters in the world at 135? The dude is so good, Tank Davis won't make a fight with him. He got so hungry for a fight, he had to go to 140 to fight the Ring Magazine champion. That's how hungry Shakur is. And y'all want to see what it is? Y'all don't respect boxing. Shakur,
no, we don't.
Wally Moses.
We don't respect fights. It's not that people don't respect boxing. We just don't over respect boxing to the point where we give something legendary night status when it's not. If you say you respect boxing, you won't compare any of those fights that we've seen. Now, I'm not talking about the one coming up. We don't know what's going to happen. But you won't compare that to Hagler Hearns. You won't compare that to Duran Leonard. You won't compare that to any of the great fights that happened between Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales.
Nostalgia to it, Coach. You add nostalgia because that's years ago.
It's not nostalgia. It's because they gave you a legendary night. That's not nostalgia. It's a legendary night. You won't even compare any of those fights to Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward. They gave you 3 legendary nights. We don't live in an era where fighters care about legendary nights. That's why they want to fight good fighters, but not the best fighters. So you can't be mad when fans don't accept that they're not the greatest fights they've ever seen or even on the list board.
Coach, we seen in a Josh Taylor fight. Now, you're a fan of boxing like me. I know it's all business now, but you're a fan of the sport like me. We seen Teo do the George Foreman face cover. We seen Teo dancing. We seen Teo really style on Josh Taylor, who beat Regis Prograde, and he beat what was the dude's name? The one Teo just beat. I mean, that Devin just beat.
He might be from Africa because you saying what is the dude's name? Like that's a name. I just forgot. No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Jose
right
Ramirez. Jose Ramirez. Okay.
You don't forget Marvin Hagler's name. You don't forget Sugar Ray Leonard's name. You don't forget Tommy Hearns' name. You never say who was the guy that Tommy Hearns knocked out with the double jab right hand. You don't have to say that because it's Roberto Duran. Look what you said. At least once every week you get tongue-tied with a name that you can't remember. Like when we just said that the guy for polio. That you talking about he great for polio. Man, cut it out.
Again, Coach, the thing that you're missing is this. I just believe in Shakur Stevenson as a fighter. You seen, and we had you on, you interview, you know a lot of these young pups. And I've heard you say, I gotta drop something you said. You told me the nigga's Bobby Fischer. That's what you said about Shakur.
And I still state that. But what I'm saying is we didn't talk about that. You said top 100 legendary all time. That's a whole different category you're talking about. You're talking about a whole different category.
I'll take. That's what I'll do. I'll reverse the argument. If he's able to beat Shakur, this will stamp Teo as a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. No, it won't. No, it won't.
Not even in your opinion. You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that. You say that for the show.
3 niggas on a pound for pound list.
Once again, you will not stand behind that in a year and a half after they retire. A year and a half after they retire, you won't stand behind it.
Coach, you can't say that because you gotta look at it like this. Shakur Stevenson is that guy. Lomachenko is that guy. Okay. I mean, I'll put it like this. If you want to say not top 100, I respect that. You might be right. But I think this will be the fight that'll make Teo a star. Beating Shakur Stevenson, a 3-division champion, one of the best young boxers in fighting. I think he's the same. To me, he's the same ilk as a Floyd, a Bud Crawford. I think I put it like this. And remember, let's not forget, Teo called out Bud Crawford, so he couldn't get the Crawford fight. So now he's fighting Shakur.
Man, Teo is a star. You know what made him a star? Because he's able to actually garner the money and the crowd that he garners. I'm not saying he's not a star. Shakur Stevenson is a star. I think Teo might be a bigger star than Shakur Stevenson. Stars aren't made by promoters. Stars are made by fans. And that's a fact. You can have a guy who's horrible, but he can sell out an arena. He's a star.
Salute, BKB.
Yes, I just think that until we see that fight and they actually perform to the level that you're looking for, I'll give you a great example. I think Oscar is a star or was a star in his time. I think Trinidad was a star in their time. But neither one of them will have the most memorable fight be the one they fought with each other. It was a dud.
You know who took Josh Taylor's old coach?
I don't care who took his old. Do you remember the fight? No.
I do.
You don't.
Because that was Tio's best performance.
All right, what happened in the 5th round?
The 5th round, that's when he did that George Foreman where he covered his face like George Foreman.
And that wasn't even in the 5th round. I knew you would figure out how to make up
the 6th round. I'll take that back.
So once again, you just showed me that you don't believe in what you say. If we ask you what happened in the 3rd round of Hagler Hearns, you know what happened in that 3rd round.
That's the thing. He can't do anything without a dance partner, coach. That's the part you're missing. Shakur is a hell of a dance partner to have.
But it doesn't make you a top 100 fighter. I think they're both great. I think they'll both have, at the end of the day, they had great careers and they made money. But this generation, let me tell you, this generation here will be the first generation in boxing history that was known for having more missed great fights than great fights made. That will be the mark that they
You can't say that.
It's already done.
Let me ask you, Coach. Let me ask you this, Coach. Now let's bring it home. If Jaleel beat a nigga who got 3 belts at 23 years old, he beat a defending 2-time gold medalist with 3 belts, you're going to say that's a hell of a win. And then 2 years later, you go up and beat the former undisputed Ring Magazine champion. He started the Ring Magazine and the WO when he fought him. If he beat him and then he beat another great guy, you would say, man, this dude's one of the best in the world. You got to call it what it is.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the world at his time. But that doesn't make him a best in the world ever.
But that's Sugar Ray Leonard stuff. He don't have to fight Shakur, but he wants to. That's the thing I'm saying.
No, he can want to, and I'm glad, but it doesn't make him or anybody else one of the top 100. When you say 100, it's what night do you remember? What makes something legendary after you retire? We talking about Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns fought when I was a kid. And people are still watching it today. You can't. That's They actually made a series on HBO called Legendary Nights. They only had 8 episodes. 8. So you're telling me in the history of boxing, these are the biggest 8 fights ever. You can't keep making everything legendary and great. That's the reason why we don't have any separation now, because y'all have made these fighters think because you beat average guys that makes you great legendary.
Coach, what can you do then, Coach? Coach, what can you do? I mean, damn, what can you do? You fighting the best. You told me the nigga was Bobby Fischer, and if he beat him,
listen. If you're able, and you're the guy that these guys say they are, and this is what they say they are. Start coming out on your promoter. Say, hey man, this the fight I want. This the fight that must be made. We're gonna make good money. Damn the bullshit. Make the fight happen. That's what the James Tonys, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Marvin Haney, that's what they do. These guys are not doing that. And I'm not mad at them, because if my son could get $20 million for fighting a subpar guy just because he had a great name, I'm going to take the $20 million over fighting a monster that could possibly win, because it's acceptable to the people who talk about boxing nowadays. But 25 years ago, that was not acceptable.
Coach, if Jaleel go in there and knock out Carlos Adames, the nigga would be a legend. It's that simple.
Well, why?
He's 22 years old. He a 22-year-old nigga fighting a monster. That's why. The nigga that's dominating the division.
But that means that you want Jaleel to think he's not a monster too. If you ask Jaleel right now, do you think you could beat Carlos Adames? He's not going to say no. He probably would tell you, I think I can knock him out.
But this is the key, though, Coach. He got to get his ass in the ring with him, though, too.
That doesn't slight Carlos. But guess what? If he doesn't fight Carlos ever in his career, it doesn't change his career.
But that's the thing that's special. See, that's the thing that's special. See, you moving the goalpost, and I get, and I respect you. You a manager. I'm not talking to manager. I'm talking to the dude that loves boxing like I do. You know, sports like when niggas fight crazy fights like this is what makes them special. The thing that
Carlos the Hall of Fame. Is Carlos Adames right now, in your opinion, a Hall of Fame fighter?
No, but if we switch to Lara,
no. Okay, if you switch it to Lara, then I would
because Loma's a Hall of Famer. Loma's a Hall of Famer, hands down.
If you switch it to Eslande Lara, and the way his career is still going, and you could take a young fighter and go in there and dominate him and beat him, you're 100% correct. I'm gonna say that's a great win. I'm gonna say it's a great win, and you want to know why I'm gonna call it just a great win? Mm-hmm. Because you don't call Jared Hurd's win over Eslande Lara a fight that puts him in the Hall of Fame.
We seen Jared get his ass whooped at too many
times.
But when Jared won that fight, though, we gave him tons of credit.
Yeah, you gave him a ton of credit, but BVO didn't say he was a Hall of Famer.
Nah, he ain't
you moving the goalpost, but we got my man Skilly in the house. What's going on there, right? So I'll propose you the question because you got to watch Coach Bernard. The dude's a boxing savant, y'all. So I don't want y'all to hold it against Coach. He's a boxing savant. This is what we was trying to say. What do you think if Teo's able to beat Shakur Stevenson, one of the greatest fighters we've seen in the last 50 years, as Coach called him, a Bobby Fischer type guy in boxing? If Teo beats him, would that not make Teo one of the best fighters? Would you say Teo was one of the best fighters of the last 25 years?
That's crazy.
No, I wouldn't say that. First things first. Let me make sure I'm in order. Man, shout out to my brother Sombrero. He got the sombrero on again tonight. As always, I ain't got no problem. I love it. Somebody got some feedback. Go on mute. Respectfully. I say that respectfully. Shout out to Coach in the building. Coach cooking right now. I ain't lying to you. Coach cooking.
I don't need a pants right, Coach, but I got to, man. We gotta do it.
Shout out to my brother Prize. Listen, Teofimo Lopez, and real quick, as always, Prize Prize, I swear to God, I put this on everything I love. So I'm gonna see pictures of you, right? Man, I was at the gas station with my son earlier today. I seen a nigga. He I swear to God, he bought 2 Coronas, right? And he bought, niggas buy, like, if you go buy a pack of Corona, you gonna buy the 6-pack, the 12-pack.
Yeah, at least a 6-pack.
He bought the 2 singles. He got the 2 singles.
He bought the young boys.
But he had the hat like you. I said, damn, is that my brother Prize?
No.
Oh, no. We good.
First of all, 2 things. I would have hit you up. Second of all, Prize is never gonna buy a single of the Corona. I'm at least get the 6.
He bought the 2 singles. I said, man.
Hold on. Let me say that to Keith. You got one more time, and I'm gonna block your dumb ass. We got a dude that's worked with Gary Russell Sr. So what the hell are you even talking about? The man got over 30 years of boxing.
Don't listen to
so
that.
So you got one more time, man. You got one more time. I'm throwing your goofy ass out. But go ahead, Doug.
Don't throw nobody out, man. Don't throw nobody out.
What you do is you drop the link and let Keith come up here and say it with his chest, Keith.
I don't know what he said. What did he say?
You're gonna say a nigga that been in boxing for 30 years don't know what he's talking about. That's stupid. Listen, we don't entertain stupid, but go ahead, Doug.
Snap on
shout out to the great Roger Mayweather. Most folks don't know shit about boxing anyway. Going into what Coach was saying. Well, first off, when we're talking about Teofimo Lopez, yes, the Josh Taylor win was a great fight. It was a great win for him. But look who Josh Taylor was before that fight and then during that fight. Look who he had become.
Salute, Carl.
Hey, Josh Taylor, and I'm saying, I say this respectfully, the man was on the down tread. I thought he lost the fight against Regis, me personally. I thought he lost against Jack Catterall.
I thought he won that one.
I thought he lost both of them, me personally.
I thought he lost to Catterall, though, for sure.
But my thing is, he should have been moved up in weight, but he was scared to move up in weight. And so he ended up fighting Teo. And what is he? He's a come forward fighter. It fits Teo style perfectly. Hence the reason Teo shined. This was the first time that I had the opportunity to sit there and say, this is why Teo is gonna win, because this is the type of fighter that Teo needs to fight. And I heard people tell me that Josh Taylor was gonna put hands on Teo. I was like,
yeah, I said it.
Y'all in for a rude awakening. I remember the exact show. I don't want to call names or whatever over here, but I remember the exact show I was on. Man, I'm like, bro, and that's when BVO, regardless of what you want to believe, this is when I came up with the whole Teo. He can't fight.
Struggles to be first.
Hey, he struggled. This is when I came up with it, the Josh Taylor fight. And now you see everybody that took that on, respectfully. But just watch how the trend happened. But this is who Teo is. And so when it come down to find these other guys, and hey, I think Teo can have a performance against Shakur, but he gonna have to add a lot to his bag and bring some things out the toolbox that we ain't seen before. That's what he's gonna have to do to have that performance.
He definitely gonna have to be in this bag.
Let me ask you this because I want to get back with Coach on this, because I got some more points that I was thinking about for Coach. When you see him doing the George Foreman peekaboo where he covered his face, then he had Josh missing and going under, laughing, joking, start pop locking in the ring and all that. He damn near did everything but a backflip on him. You don't think that would be a memorable performance in your opinion? What do you think?
Who you talking to me?
No, yeah, anybody. I was just saying when you seen that, because I said Dub, but anybody can answer that.
I thought you were talking to Coach. My bad.
You said Coach. As you said Coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dub, and then we have Coach. Go ahead, Dub.
No, I mean it's memorable, right? Like, yeah, showboating in the ring and those type of things. It can be memorable if you get the stoppage. If you perform accordingly. You can do whatever you want to in the ring. We done seen individuals try to go out there and show out, and Adrian Broner, he was humping Madonna at one time, and then next thing you know, he was asleep on the damn canvas.
He got humped back.
So all I'm trying to tell you is that, yeah, hey, that showboating does make it a memorable performance. It makes it memorable, but what truly makes it memorable is how you finish that fight. It's not really about how you showboat. It's about you finishing that fight, because like you can go out there and showboat. And we done seen multiple people go out there and showboat and then get clipped. And next thing you know, they stretched out in the starfish position. You know what I'm saying? And waking up with the smelling sauce, not knowing what the hell done happened. So go, let your performance speak. If you want to showboat, that's fine. But let your performance speak for itself.
Yeah.
But what would you say, Coach? Because I get what you're saying, but then I don't, because people remember those performances. Man, there was a performance where a young kid from Louisville went up and beat the life out of Sonny Liston. And that's why we know him, because he went in there and just embarrassed Sonny Liston. I'm just wondering, if Teo beats Shakur, what else we have to do? Would he have to beat Devin too? Is that kind of how it goes, or does he not get credit if he gets it? Because I mean, if he beat Devin, that's a whole different story. If he beat Devin,
if he beat Shakur, he's going to get credit. BVO.
Wait a minute, real quick. I gotta address stuff immediately. Carl came out and said, "Doug, you don't be saying nothing about your pick again, or you picked down Brian Norman to beat Devin." I came out immediately and see, Carl, clearly you don't be paying attention. I came out immediately. we called the fight over here, and we reacted to it. BVO was here, Prize was here. Coach, I don't know if you was here for this one. I don't know if you was here. I apologize for it. I can't remember. So don't tell me I ain't don't do all this nonsense, man. You out of order. You out of order, and we gonna call you out of order accordingly. The same way when I picked Devin to put hands on George Kambosos, and you said I was crazy about that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, hey, don't worry about it. It's gonna happen accordingly, and the winner gonna get the credit. You gave credit accordingly, I gave credit accordingly. I said that, hey, man, it was a beautiful performance by Devin Haney. I gave Devin all the credit in the world. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. BVO Prize, y'all was here when we called the fight.
We all gave Devin credit.
We did it. We gave him credit. So don't do that now. Don't do that. I know you want to come at me when I'm wrong.
You know them Australian boys are still salty about that beating.
Oh well, it's okay. Hold on, I was wrong. I
said what I said.
I ain't got no problem being wrong. But damn it, hell, you was wrong back to back. But I don't call that out. I don't call that out. So if you won't call me out,
they always like to call it when you wrong, but when they wrong, that joint get swept under the rug.
Hey, hold on. And this is the crazy thing. Carl, respectfully, and I say this respectfully, my brother, he picked Kambosos because he's from Australia.
I mean, he's supposed to.
Get what? Brian Norman Jr. from Georgia, and get where I'm from.
Even the Kangaroos had Devin Haney winning, bro. I don't know. How
only people that picked Kambosos was from there. Nobody else.
I thought Junior had a better chance than Kambosos did. Respectfully.
Let me ask you this, Coach, because that I ain't gonna lie, Coach got my blood boiling with this one, man. Because it's like,
wait a minute, Carl. Hold on, Carl. You out of order. You learned. That man said he never picked Kambosos twice. He picked. Okay, he not lying. He picked them once. He picked them the first time.
Well, that was crazy in itself. That
twice saved him. He picked him the first time. He didn't pick him the second time. So I agree. I do agree. You didn't pick him twice. But damn it, you picked him the first time you picked him. And I told you, and you called me crazy when I told you what was going to happen.
Coach, so let me ask you this, Coach. Now, this is what we got. So this has got my blood boiling because I don't know what more niggas want. This is Sugar Ray Leonard stuff. Like, to go in there with Shakur, who even one of the biggest stars in boxing made every excuse why he didn't want to fight him. And we fighting him, coming off him already being the Ring Magazine champion at 130, being unified at 130, and being a champion at 126, and being a WBC lightweight champion. What more can you do to say that this fight is one of the best fights we got? Because these are two dudes damn near the same age, Coach. So why isn't this fight a bigger deal to you, Coach?
It wasn't that the fight. Let's go back to what the pretense was. You said if Teofimo wins, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah, that's what you said, bro.
Ever. That's what you said. Don't keep changing it. That's what you said. This is a great fight. But you said if Teofimo beats
he's
Shakur,
the best in the last 10 years, decade or something, he said. Yeah,
yes, that's what you said. That's what you said. Don't switch it up.
BVO slick, man. BVO is slick dude, Coach. You gotta watch that kind of stuff, Coach.
Let me ask you a question, BVO. I want to ask you this. If Teo go in there and beat Shakur, if he go in there and win that fight, right? As far as pound for pound, first off, is Teo on your pound for pound list now?
Yes.
Okay.
He's on mine as well.
And so is Shakur. Shakur.
No problem. Okay. Teo go in there and dominate. You saying that he's a top 25 fighter of all time?
No, I said top 100. I said top 100.
And I was still say no.
No, you didn't. You said first you said he's one of the greatest of all time. Then we said it can't be that. Then you said, top 100. Then I said nobody cares about our top 100.
Right. You said nobody care about somebody being 89.
Thank you. Come on, BVO.
I don't even have a top 100 of boxing. I don't even have a top 100.
Let me just say this, Coach.
You ain't registered. He said, nigga, he still ain't registered.
Registering, cuz I'm just letting you
That's
know.
crazy.
Man. They still ain't registering, man. Go ahead.
BVO out of pocket.
No, I'm giving y'all facts. Hold on,
You switched the question up 3 times.
Hold on, listen. He the second dude to beat Loma. Then he would be the first. He took Josh Taylor's O. If he took Shakur's O, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't put. I'll put him in a. I'll put him in a higher. I put him in, higher than I have him in pound for pound. But that's as far as that go, brother.
And don't let him put his hands on Devin Haney, bro. Don't let him put his hands and feet on Devin Haney, bro.
Oh,
he do that. Oh my God! And he beat Black Jesus too.
Who?
What can you say? What else can you say about Teo? If he go in there and beat these dudes, not y'all, but some niggas look at Devin as their Messiah, man. He go in there and beat their Black Messiah, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Teofimo
he's going to get a bunch of credit, BVO, but he's not going to be
version of Floyd.
He's not going to be the best ever. He's not going to be in the top 100. He might not even be in the top 200.
You telling me, man?
Hold on. BVO,
you can barely name 30 niggas better than 30 niggas better than Teo. Go ahead.
I definitely can.
BVO.
Off the top.
I don't know exactly what you done made this conversation into.
What did you smoke? That's what I want.
I have no clue how we got to any of this. I have no clue.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
But
we need that drop.
Okay.
Nigga, keep God in your life. Fuck.
Man.
Go ahead.
We're talking about a Teofimo Lopez, right?
Monster.
Okay, he's a monster. He lost to possibly what we would consider, and I say this respectfully, George Kambosos. He went out there, he lost to Lomachenko, Devin, Africa, probably should have lost to
Maxie Hughes,
in my personal opinion. And he would have won who beat Teo.
Losing to a former unified champion there's nothing wrong with it. That's like saying because Tommy Hearns lost to Iran Barkley, he's not great. You see how y'all niggas do this? Yes, y'all niggas do this. Iran Barkley was man. And I say this respectfully. No disrespect, Carl. But George Kambosos couldn't sniff Iran Barkley jockstrap.
That's a fact.
It's the truth.
Dub gonna say no disrespect. I'm gonna say take it how you want.
Coach, you hear these niggas, man?
Coach, tell me.
They telling you the truth.
I'll put it like this. The way y'all niggas talk, y'all niggas will say Muhammad Ali is average. The way y'all niggas talk. What? It's just that simple.
That's
the way y'all niggas talk, y'all will say Muhammad Ali is
out of control tonight.
No, I'm telling you, man.
You see y'all see how fast it get out of order.
What y'all say? Oh, he only beat Joe Frazier. What?
I ain't say that.
It's just like when them niggas forget that Mike Tyson beat 2 gold medalists back in the day. He didn't beat Holyfield. He didn't beat that guy or this guy.
Carl, we ain't got no problem. We ain't got no problem with George. And
what's up, Angie?
Let them keep getting big fights. We ain't got no problem with that. I'm just saying.
I don't have a problem. He's just not very good. As simple as that.
He didn't been in.
How you gonna say an former unified champion ain't good? That's cap.
We didn't say he was
all right. I said he was just not that good.
Every belt you could ever have at lightweight.
Man, you out of order, man.
Stop.
Every belt.
You out of order.
He never had a WBC. He never been WBC.
Hey, you know what's so funny? BVO, he chose his words very carefully early. He said a unified champion, right? And now, because he's gonna say that he had every belt, that makes him the undisputed. If you got every belt, you're the undisputed champion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Or major sanctioning bodies.
They said Devin
He
Haney
ain't say none of that.
They said Devin Haney had the pride belt. I don't want to take away from Devin Haney.
Man, nobody
I'm trying to be
know
right down the middle.
Don't confuse the casuals.
Devin Haney had a pride belt. You know, they said he had the belt where the guys have a little more pride.
You're embarrassing us right now, man.
No, you embarrassing yourself. He's embarrassing himself.
Hold on. Prize. Hold on. Let me do this, Prize.
No.
Before you go, hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. Prize. No, listen. No. Prize is the same. Prize the same nigga that called that called that dude Dimitri Bivol kibbles and bitch. This the same nigga who said that.
And you know what? That's the only fight that you got on me that I was wrong about.
When you say ridiculous stuff like that, niggas gonna remember that. That's
ain't
crazy.
Nobody know who his Beaver was.
You didn't, because you don't watch boxing. You didn't.
Get out of here.
Everybody knew he was a monster.
No, nobody knew he was nothing. No, they did not.
Everybody knew he was a monster.
Stop it. What coach say to me? You horrible. You a horrible person.
I mean, if you anti-black, you would say something like that. You know, I get that.
What a mess.
I'm trying my best to save the show. Can I save the show?
Man, let the show be.
Keep God in your life. Fuck nigga, keep.
BVO is out of control tonight, bro.
I'm cooking y'all niggas, man.
He run out of stuff to say.
You sound like old buddy.
He run out of stuff to say. I told you. He been stopped pickle pulling. He pulling a whole squash now.
He got two hands on the pickle, boy. That boy, wow.
He
got two hands on that joint.
You pulling the eggplant right now? 2 hands on the eggplant.
2 hands.
It ain't registered. Listen, nigga, it still ain't registered.
It ain't registering.
This is pure comedy, boy.
It ain't registering, man.
Man, shout out to Blue Hustle, man. Shout out.
And I never said this though, Coach.
T. Thomas.
You out of order.
That's all I can say, Coach. You out of order, man. But he said BVO.
Hey,
keep
so
it
let me ask, BVO. Let me ask you this question: If the Shakur Stevenson win, if Teo beats Shakur Stevenson, he becomes the greatest, right?
One of the greatest, not the greatest.
One of the greatest. He becomes one of the greatest, right? No. He becomes one of the greatest. Let me ask you this: Do you, if you play football, if it's 1st and 10, and you lose 15 yards, that makes it 2nd and what? No. Just ask me a question. It makes it 2nd and 25, right?
Yeah, 2nd and 25.
Now, 10 yards gets a first down, right? If I'm 2nd and 25 and I gain, if I'm 2nd and 25 and I gain 10 yards, do I get a first down?
Say it again.
If I'm 2nd and 25 and I run for 10 yards, do I get a first down?
No.
Because what?
You still got
because
15 more to go.
I lost 15 yards, right?
Right.
So after the beating that Cambosis gave Teofimo, do he have to get that back by beating Shakur, or do he just jump back? So here's a first down.
Hold on, Coach.
Because we agreed that if you 1st and 10 and you lose 15 yards, you're 2nd and 25. And even if your next run gets you 10 yards, you don't get a first down. So if that's the case, after the beating that he took from Cambosis, does that make it where he's at 2nd and 25, or he gets 1st and 10 if he beats Shakur?
Oh, hold on, Coach.
It ain't registered. Listen, nigga, it still ain't registered.
Coach, it ain't registering.
Just give me an answer.
I got an answer for you. You telling me when Muhammad Ali, when he came back after being out the ring and he lost to Joe Frazier, that's supposed to hurt him? He lost to a unified champion. So what?
But Cambosis is not Joe Frazier. And if I remember, Teofimo wasn't trying to take the belts from Cambosis. He actually gave the belts to Cambosis. So that's not the same situation.
And he has some other stuff going outside the ring. You see how y'all do that, man? Y'all see how y'all do that, man? I love how y'all do that. Like I always have said, I've always have said that. If you look at Teofimo Lopez, the niggas doing Floyd Mayweather stuff. He going there and fight the toughest niggas that he can find. Nobody wants to fight Shakur, but Teo does. Nobody wanted to see Josh Taylor, but Teo did. Nobody wanted to see Richard Coleman, but Tio did. Nobody. They talking about a guy we already beat, and Jermaine Ortiz. That's supposed to be a huge fight for Keyshawn Davis. We already beat him.
Hey, but you left some. Hey, BVO, you left something off that list.
Who is we? Who is we?
What's that?
You said ain't nobody want to fight Comey because T.O. did. You said this guy T.O. did. Nobody beat T.O. but Kambosos did.
Hold on, coach. See, you see how you being a hypocrite, coach? You told me a loss don't matter. What you told me? What you told me?
Hey, but I'm just going off what you said.
No, I'm going off what you told me. You said a loss don't matter. That's what you told me. You said a loss don't matter.
So if a loss don't matter, one win doesn't matter. They both cross each other out. They both
the nigga that you said was Bobby Fischer. If you beat Bobby Fischer in chess, that's not something to write home about.
Hey, but did you write home when you lost to Phineas and Ferb? I mean, you got to write home both ways.
Need a straight jacket, man. This brother need a straight jacket.
I mean, you didn't know who George Kambosos was before he beat Teofimo.
Yes, I did because he beat Mickey Bay. Because he beat Mickey Bay. That's why I knew that. Because I seen him when he fought Mickey Bay.
Hey, bro, did you just say because he beat Mickey Bay?
Yeah, because I'm trying to have Mickey Bay. That's how I knew about George.
I know you just didn't say because he beat Mickey Bay.
I did. Because you got to remember, shout out to Crown Jewel.
Man, that's like saying he beat the lead singer of the Delphonics.
Hey, hold on, real quick. BVO. Did y'all see that fight?
I thought Mickey Bay won.
I thought Mickey Bay won the fight.
But Coach, people like Coach, man, them niggas only watch highlight tapes. They forget about it. They only watch the highlight tapes.
I hear you. Hold on. That's all I can say.
Coach, did you see the fight? Did you watch it? Hello?
BVO, answer the main question.
No, I'm
asking you, Coach. I've seen the fight.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't see the fight. I just heard what he said, and ain't nobody gonna tell me that I got turned on to a guy because of a Mickey Bay fight. No slight to Mickey Bay, but you wouldn't know who Mickey Bay was. You wouldn't know who Mickey Bay was if he wasn't signed to Floyd.
That's why I know who Mickey Bay is, because of Floyd. And he lost every big fight. Every big fight Mickey Bay got, he lost.
You only know Twinkie because they're part of the Hostess family.
Hey man, Puerto Rican free, man. Before we move on to the next thing, I'm gonna have you had a closing thing on this topic. So talking about Teofimo Lopez, going against probably one of the best fighters we've seen in the last 30 years. Former Ring Magazine champion Shakur Stevenson, an absolute gorilla monster. What do you think about Tio if he's able to beat a monster like Shakur Stevenson?
Forget all that. I heard this man just say that Tio was like Floyd Mayweather. If Tio was like Floyd Mayweather, he would have fought Devin Haney. He would have fought Matias. He would have sent an offer to fight Gary Antoine Walker. I didn't see Tio do none of that. He fought two guys. But you said this man is like Floyd Mayweather. We can name a list of great fighters that Floyd fought. We can't name a list of great fighters that Tio fought. Even before Floyd became Money Mayweather, there was a list of great fighters that he fought. A list of guys that he tried. Yeah. We can't say the same thing for Tio, dog. Stop acting like Tio is this guy that everybody is avoiding. Ain't nobody avoids Tio. I didn't see not one person avoid Tio. Not one. Name a fighter that avoided Tio.
You open the front door, BVO, and he slapped you in the face.
You can't name a fighter that avoided Tio. You cannot name a single fighter that avoided Tio.
Tank Davis.
Tank Davis ain't avoided Tio.
He was number 2 in the WBA, and he didn't try to get the fight with Tio, and Tio was WBA champion.
Once again, he was number 2 in the WBA. Number 2. Mm-hmm. He didn't avoid him. He wasn't Tank Davis mandatory. Last time I checked, Teo was the he could have said, instead of Cambosis and Devin Haney, I'd rather fight Tank Davis. He didn't say Tank Davis. He said Cambosis and Devin Haney. Both of y'all, I can make a fight with either one of y'all. I'm gonna send an offer out to whichever one, whoever signed it, gets the fight.
He ain't want to fight no Tank Davis.
This is the at all.
He'd rather stand on the edge of a volcano and catch the wind as it goes by.
Theo's a good fighter in the ring. He's a good fighter in the ring. But stop trying to make him to something that he's not. Stop trying to make him something he's not. If he beats Shakur Stevenson, that would be a great win for Teo. But don't make him something that he's not.
What y'all gonna say? Y'all gonna say Shakur ain't beat nobody? Y'all gonna say Shakur ain't beat nobody like y'all niggas always do?
I just told him. If Teo beats Stevenson, that would be a great win. I just said it. What are you talking about? I just said it.
We know how BVO a fraud, man. He replaced Emilio with John Travolta. He replaced Emilio with John Travolta. So we know what type of guy he really is.
He about to fight soon. That's why we got him up there. You know.
I know. Any excuse to do. Emilio wasn't gonna fight until 2027. You had him up there for 18 weeks.
You know, man. Y'all make it seem like I got like a special thing with Spanish fight. Like I always pick Spanish. I always pick the blacks. I don't know why y'all keep trying to put this narrative. I got niggas calling me sombrero. I got niggas in the street calling me sombrero. I don't know what's up with y'all niggas, man. I talk about the black fighters all the time. I just got done talking about one. What did Teo say? I'll fight just like a black fighter. Oh, that's what Teo said.
Man, they should call you Hector Jones, because the only thing about you is so scared. Hector Jones.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to figure out who was the fighter that Teo went after that avoided him. He didn't go after anybody and they avoided him. Anybody Teo said he wanted to fight, he fought.
He wanted to fight Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia avoided it. But
when did Teo go after Ryan Garcia?
See what y'all want to do? Y'all want to jump the black man. So let's do this. Let's go to something a little different so we can be more mature on
it. When did Teo go after Ryan Garcia?
When he was asking Golden Boy for the fight, and he ended up fighting Rolly Romero instead of fighting Teo. You forgot about that?
No. Last time I checked, Turkey made that Rolly Romero fight, and that was coming off of Ryan Garcia's suspension.
It was supposed to be. What's the dude that I can't think of the dude that run top rank? What's his name? Is it Bob Iger? What's the dude that run top rank? Anyway, forget it, man. I'm Mr. Forgetful today on these guys' names. So moving on. Y'all the same dude. Hold on. Y'all the same dudes that forgot Muhammad Ali lost to a nigga with 8 fights. And y'all want to give niggas all this credit.
Ain't nobody forget nothing about Muhammad Ali. We're talking about Teo. There's not a fighter that.
So you moving the goalposts. You moving the goalposts, man.
You're moving the goalposts. You brought up Muhammad Ali. We're talking about Teo.
Muhammad Ali got his ass whooped by a dude with 8 fights, bro.
No. The goalpost is moved. The goalpost is moved when you bring up somebody else that we're not talking about. That's when the goalpost move. I didn't talk
what
about.
What you're doing is you bringing a bunch of red herrings in for you not sticking to the subject. You bringing a bunch of red herrings in trying to move us off the subject. The fact is this: Muhammad Ali lost to a nigga with 8 fights. And Teo about to go in there with one of the best fighters of the generation and beat him, and y'all gonna give him no credit.
What was the man's name that beat him with 8 fights?
Spinks, the gold medalist.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you said that.
No, I'm talking about what you said about Teo. Ain't nobody moved to go for. I've been talking about.
No. Coach T got on no boxing, so I had to let him know I know boxing. I'm just saying he beat a nigga. Beat him with 8 fights.
If you knew boxing, you wouldn't have said that, because you're talking about not just a gold medalist, but one of 2 legendary brothers. So once again, you come with that BS.
You know, Coach, you're the type of dude that don't give Rocky Marciano no credit either, man. I know how you get down, man. You type of dude that wouldn't give Rocky Marciano no credit for beating the Mongoose, man. But it is what it is, man. We moving on. Because yes, Rocky Marciano beat the Mongoose and he beat Joe Louis. All in the same career. And if you guys didn't know, the Mongoose had the most knockouts of all time, and that's Archie Moore. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, boxing is not just what you guys make up in your head or how we remember it to be fun. It's about what you do in the ring. But let me ask you this, Coach, because I don't know how this conversation got this far deep with all that's mentioned in this. What you think about Caballero getting called out by Lawrence Okolie said? Lawrence Okolie said, "I want this fight. I want you to stop ducking me." What you think about it?
I'd like to see it. I say where I give guys from. You turn me on to the Caballero guy, and I watched him. I like him. I think he's tough, and I like Okolie. So I think that'll be a good fight. I mean, the heavyweight division needs somebody to fight between other than a center and an ex-quarterback. I mean, at some point, we got to get boxers fighting boxers again, and that will be a boxer versus a boxer. I love it.
Hey,
what would you say, Dub and Prize and D3?
Man, y'all out of order, man. Listen. Wait a minute. I got my. I'm gonna request my time right now. I'm gonna request.
Well, you do that anyway.
It ain't registered in you. Listen, nigga, it still ain't registered.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, goddamn.
It ain't registering, man.
Hold on. Listen, I told y'all from the beginning. Caballero, he different. He's special. Caballero is a dangerous individual. We watched this man go and fight a 6'7". I think he all a 6'3", respectfully. We watched him go fight a 6'7" individual that's supposed to be punching 17 victories, no losses. Right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this.
No, you're right.
And get what we end up seeing. Get what we see. Caballero understanding how to and I'm used to seeing the body shots, right? I'm thinking he's gonna fuck him up to the body. Man, Caballero went out there and said, "Damn the body." No, I'm gonna stop him. I'm hitting him to the forehead. I'm going with the overhand in this fight. The man game plan is so masterful. Is so beautiful. Man, y'all. I think that this panel right here, and then I'm passing the mic. I think this panel right here, I think y'all are lacking understanding. Man, a lot of y'all don't know what the fuck y'all looking at, respectfully.
That's crazy.
Y'all, I ain't saying everybody, and if you take it personally, that's on you. A lot of y'all don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what you're looking at. And so we're gonna have to break it down, but we're gonna get to it. I'll pass the mic with that, BVO. I apologize for being long.
You that was actually pretty good by you, Dub. But you didn't see him getting painted with jabs and right hands in the first round. I mean, it's something like Coach said. Coach said if that was one of the heavyweights that could crack, he would have got smoked, bro. He was getting painted by dude with that jab and that right hand until he just overwhelmed the guy. But that shows you levels, Dub. But you're not wrong. Caballero, I think he's really good. I ain't gonna say really good. I think he's decent, but I don't think he can whoop none of them. I don't think he can whoop Usyk, or I like to see him fight Triple D, BVO's guy. If he can knock him out, then I'd be impressed. Till then, he's just okay to me.
No, I disagree. I think that's a bad fight for Triple D. I think Triple D just stopped badly in that fight.
I don't.
I know. I'm just saying. I think I would love to play some bet on that fight because I think Triple D gets stopped badly. But when it comes to Caballero, I think he's a pretty good fighter. But the whole Lawrence Okolie saying that he's ducking him, I wouldn't say that. This is the first time I've ever heard Lawrence Okolie try to get that fight. Right now, Caballero is in position to try to get the championship, interim champion, and so I wouldn't say that he's ducking Lawrence Okolie. I think Lawrence Okolie is a decent fighter. I think he'll get stopped in that fight, but it's not a bad fight. But I wouldn't say Caballero is ducking Lawrence Okolie.
Hey, Free, if an in-shape Martin Bacoli shows up, that's going to be a good fight.
No, not Martin Bacoli. Not Martin Bacoli.
Oh, Lawrence, the brother Lawrence.
Bacoli.
Yeah, well, brother. Well, he came
from cruiserweight. The one that came
from
cruiserweight.
I know, brother Lawrence. I don't know. I probably would go with Caballero with the youth. Is he older? I don't know. The newer fighter.
Lawrence Bacoli is about 6'6", 6'7".
He's just a 6'7" guy.
He won't let Caballero get on the inside the way you see Caballero get on the inside.
All you got to do with Caballero is jab him, right hand, and turn.
But that's what you say, but you have no under. I'm not.
None of us do.
He's such a dirty fighter, man. I don't think that would even happen. Go ahead.
Can't say that, Dub, because none of us do. None of us fought professional.
I don't want to cast no aspersions. Prize, I love you.
Of course.
So I don't want to say you don't know shit about boxing.
You can't.
I almost said.
But you crazy.
Okay. Go ahead, BVO. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, because you was about to say some real crazy-ish.
So speaking of that, we got.
I don't want no smoke.
Shout out to my brother Dub, man.
Speaking of that, while we got Coach in the house, let's have a good conversation. So we all heard about Jaleel moving to middleweight. How would you guys think a young pup like Jaleel would fare at heavyweight with people like Carlos Adames, Lara? What do you think? How do you think he'll do it at middleweight? What do you guys think about Jaleel at middleweight?
I like it. I'm pretty sure his pop like it. I mean, 160 is wide open, so who's to say any one of them can beat Jaleel? I don't know that. So I think that him moving to 160 would be a great move. It's wide open. We can get a belt. You know what I mean? And then the sky's the limit. But I definitely like that move. If his dad say 160 is the move, I would be comfortable with it. If his dad say no, we need to stay at 54, then I don't want it. It's whatever his dad say. If his dad say we moving to 60, let's rumble this, we got this, then I think that he could do it because he's a big kid. I seen him in person, and he's a big solid kid, and I think that he could do good at middleweight. I think that would be great for him. But it's what his dad say and his team at the end of the day.
What do you say, Coach, about Jaleel moving from 154 to 160?
Well, I think if you look at it, everything has to be looked at in a reality of business, and that's the first thing you got to look at. I really think that the 160-pound top 10 is not as vicious as the 154-pound top 10. I think you have good fighters at both, but I think when you look at the business of boxing, Jaleel has a better chance to meet of being able to capture a title at 160 and wait for the guys at 54 to move up than to get one at 154 where the politics of boxing is just at a higher percentage rate right now. You got a lot of promoters who have a lot of money invested in different guys, and whether they're good or not, they got to see the fruition of their money. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just business. But when you think about 160, I think 160 is a landscape where you have about 2 years before that division becomes a jam-packed division. But I think by the time that division becomes jam-packed, it's going to be jam-packed with a bunch of 30-year-olds or 30-plus, and not a shooting at any of those guys. But I think by the time the 54s move to 60, which would be in a 2-year span, most of them, just being honest with you, most of them will be 31 or better.
Yeah. And that's why I said, Coach, I think it's a good, if you do decide to go to 60, I think that would be great, because by the time them boys get up there, y'all will be in that young boy to my son age, him and my son like the same age. So by the time they get up there, that young boy will really be in this grown man.
Yeah, he'd be at even full man potential.
Yeah.
And just getting into his full man potential.
So let me ask you this, Coach. At 160, hold on, right before you go, Free, I want to ask them to go back to you. My bad, Free. At 160, will we see Jaleel fight for the IBF belt at 160?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It depends on situation, but it becomes stuff like that becomes more realistic when you talk about potentially 12 pounds. But I just think that the IBF, they're stringent in their 12 pounds. I don't see that many. I don't see that many large guys doing that. I think the larger guys will choose another route, and then if it's an opportunity to unify, then it puts the IBF in place. If you look at it now, the IBF champion at 154. Shit, when the last time he fought?
Yeah, Bachman fought in a while.
It's been a little bit.
And when the last time somebody pressed for him to fight? Because once again,
Lubin was pressing him. Lubin's
a smaller middleweight.
Yeah, Lubin's a 54 pounder to me.
Yeah, he's not huge. He's not a huge guy. When you start getting to the huge guys, it's tough. It's tough to tell a big guy that you can only gain so much. I think that one rule hurts the IBF as far as from some of the fights or fighters that can hold their title because they're stuck on such a stringent size growth. And I think that hurts them. But if the money right, people try anything. People try anything if the money right. At the end of the day, it's called. At the end of the day, you have two sets of boxing: amateur boxing and prize fighting. Those are the two.
He talk about me, Coach, man. My brother gonna talk about money all day.
That's what they fight for. After the amateurs, everything is about prize fighting. I talk shit about Xander, but you also heard me say, if Xander has an opportunity to fight for the biggest money, he'd be a fool. But if he didn't have no takers and he had to get a fight in, then we would have took it for regular money. Right. Yeah, we would have took it for regular money. But if he has a chance to get more than regular money and fight somebody better, I'm always say, don't be a fool.
Do you feel like that's the case? Do you feel like that's the case, Coach, in his next opponent?
Yes, 100%.
I agree.
And the reason I say that,
$500,000, man, which is crazy.
But he's fighting for a unification.
Yeah,
that trumps Jaleel fighting him every day of the week, twice on site.
I still feel like you said 500,000 BVO. I still feel like he's underpaid. You should.
They paying a boss for the belt. They paying a boss for the belt.
A boss is getting paid, but he's getting paid to potentially come in there and just hand his belt over. But what if a boss wins? If a boss wins, they lost $2.5 million if he wins. Because if they gave him $2 million, they gave him $500,000. That was done because we think our guy.
Okay, I got it wrong then. You said Xander's getting a $2 million.
No. A boss is getting 2. Xander's getting 5.
Damn.
But once again, it's because Top Rank was smarter than. But I tell you, because Top Rank wasn't smarter, they were more financially forefront and saying we're going to get it. Because there is no way on God's green earth that Eddie Hearns was not supposed to give a boss whatever he wanted after winning the interim title to make Jerron Boots Ennis the 154-pound champion.
Yeah, I think, man, if that boy win that belt, man, I hope Xander win because I still want to see him fight Jaleel. I still think Jaleel can beat him, but I know they're gonna say, "Well, Pride, he's not ranked."
Jalele's too big, man. Stop that. Go ahead, Free.
I look at it like this.
When Xander can move up to 60, my bad, Freezy.
What Xander is doing is putting him in position to be able to call more shots, to give him more options. If Xander wins this fight, he's a unified champion. Now he's in the driver's seat, so he has 2 belts. All of the other guys only got 1 belt. He got 2 belts.
But I think he's in the driver's seat to crash. I think he's in the driver's seat to crash, and I don't think Bob Burnham is going to crash. I don't think Bob Burnham will crash.
Me either, Coach.
It could be a driver's seat to crash, but it gives Xander more options fighting a boss. Fighting Jaleel, it doesn't give Xander those options. It doesn't give him those options.
Oh no, we've been past that. You're right about that. But I'm saying that if Xander wins that joint, I think Bob Arum is such a promotional genius. He gonna hold them joints hostage like he had Beirut. Man, Xander ain't fighting none of them dudes. If Xander has both of those belts, you will not see an undisputed champion at that weight class for at least 2 years.
Especially with that kid being that young too. If he gets 2 belts, it's a wrap.
He said he would fight Bakram next. That's what.
Yeah, well,
Xander
he doesn't make the decision.
He don't call no shots.
Yeah, none at all.
He don't call no shots.
Coach, I'm not
Zero.
saying he called us. I'm telling you what the nigga said on the interview.
He can say what he want to say, but calling shots is a different type of story, brother.
I'm telling you what the nigga said on the interview.
Hey, BVO, your daughter said I can move in and stay there rent free for the rest of my life. She don't call no shots. She don't call no shots. So that's
Zero.
just as valuable as nothing. Come on, BVO.
And you know that. He know that.
Come on, man.
You got it.
You know that.
I'm sure you cold, coach.
Bob Arum wants him to publicly say he wants to fight and become undisputed. But behind the scenes, Bob Arum knows Xander Zayas does not need to be undisputed for Bob Arum to make a lot of money. He just needs to hold one of those belts. That's all. And if he got 2 of them, do you really think they're gonna stick him in there with Fundora? No.
No.
Do you think he's really gonna pay the bill so Betty Duva can snatch 2 belts from him and have 3 belts at main events? Come on, man. Think it through.
No, he not. I think
it's going to be some strategic moving around, coach. It's going to be some definitely chess and not checkers.
I'm gonna tell you this, coach.
And now you got a Puerto Rican star that
I think Jaleel will have a chance against Bakram because of how Bakram fight. That would have been the fight to make to see if you could have got on the list with them.
I think Jaleel can beat any one of them dudes from 54 to 60. It'd be all 50-50.
Him and Bakram is him. I think Jaleel's bigger than Bakram too.
We wouldn't make the weight.
He'll beat him up, man.
We wouldn't make the weight. Yeah, we wouldn't make the weight. No promoter in his right mind is gonna put up the money, knowing that your guy he's gonna make 54. He's gonna make 54, but he's not gonna make the 12 pounds after it.
Yeah.
Promoters are fools. They gotta BVO. They just ain't giving away money.
I think 60 is a move for.
You telling me y'all couldn't hold it? It would be hard to hold it just a little longer.
What you gonna put him in a NASA space shuttle? What are you talking about? Hold it.
Put him in a heater. You know how they put him in a heater, man, until tomorrow.
So you want to drain somebody twice? I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. That don't make sense. I wouldn't tell my son make weight and just stay within 12 pounds till tomorrow at 9 a.m. Which if you traditionally know, that nigga take 2 breaths and he bigger than that. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Okay, I just thought they did that. I thought they did that, man, to get the cheese, man. That's all. I'm not saying nothing wrong.
But you gotta make the 12 pounds. You gotta make the 12-pound rehydration.
If the man telling you the man don't want him to do that.
No, I get it because
what you want the man to do?
I seen Jaleel after the.
He was big as hell.
I seen him throwing Elijah Bond spot. Elijah Bond was like, "This nigga's a super middleweight."
Man, bro, when we was all in the parking lot in the after the fights, when we was all at, who was that? Danny Garcia. Man, when I walked up Jaleel, man, he was man, he can whoop them 60 boys, man. That would be perfect for him. I hope they do that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All I'm saying,
but I will tell you, my dream fight would be.
He ain't the tallest, but he like Tyson.
Yeah, Jaleel is a smarter move because.
Salute to my brother. What's up? What do you say? We all night. Salute to my brother. We all night, man.
It's a smarter move.
We game all night. My bad. We game
because right now it's too many bigger money at 54 and for these guys to fight instead of fighting Jaleel. There's
put some color in the chat, y'all.
At 54,
support the grind, y'all.
At 60, there's not that many big money fights, so it's not that big of a hurdle for Jaleel to have to jump. He can go in there and be in position to fight for a title.
So, and then you know the best thing about it, Free?
After like 3 fights. He can be in position to fight for a title.
And you know the best part about it is when them 54 boys. Go ahead, my bad, Freezy.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to fight more fights to be in position because there's too many bigger money fights at 54. Right now, there's no real notable name at 60. So it's a better move to go to 60 and get in position that way than it is at 54.
But see, y'all say that, y'all say like y'all didn't see my man Boots Ennis, who's a former Ring Magazine champion, fight the dude that work at rallies, man.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Boots. We're talking about Jalil.
So what? So this is what I'm saying. I think Jalil got to target the niggas like he should have targeted niggas like Boots, because people don't think so. I think Jalil would have a chance against Boots. I do. I do.
Bro, if they want to move up to 60,
Boots is human, man. They overhyping this nigga. When somebody get in there his side, they're gonna kick his ass, man.
I know, but look, BBO, if they want to move to 60, establish themselves at 60, when the 54 pounders move up, the money, that means the money's gonna move up too.
Them niggas gonna be 180, 190 pounds.
I don't care what they gonna wear.
Big nigga like that.
I don't care what they gonna wear.
Do well. They're gonna be big as hell. Coach,
and you know what? And you know what? And they're gonna have to pay Jalil for 2 of the belts that he already got.
Coach,
did we not see Berlinga come in 200 pounds on a 168-pound fight?
Damn Berlinga, man.
No, BVO, hold up. You talking about what Boots did? Boots was a 47-pound fighter that moved up to 54, and he was looking for a tune-up. If that was the case, quote me if I'm wrong, Coach. Eddie Hearn is the man that's making the moves. Eddie Hearn put that man Lima in the ring with Jerome Boots. If he wanted to give Jalil that fight, he could have did it. He could have said, Boots, fight Jalil. This is a tune-up fight for you. That was Eddie Hearn's call. That was Eddie Hearn's call.
They not gonna do that. Eddie not gonna do that.
Coach, let me ask you this: if y'all got called for the Boots fight, are y'all taking that fight?
Man, come on.
Boy, you sound crazy. Of course he's taking that
crazy. Fight. The amount of money them black men gonna make.
Hey, you got
the working fight.
You gotta think of it like this right now. Boots don't have no belt, so it's gonna be a cheap fight. It's not the belt is what makes it expensive, not because you fight Boots. They would try and lowball. I wouldn't take a Boots fight without no belt because they're gonna lowball.
And that's why belts matter. I know D Free don't like that, but and that's why it's little stuff like that to me. Why I say belts matter, because they gotta matter.
No, they don't.
I respect you. I respect it too, Free. The way you broke it down that one day, the why you say belts don't matter, and I was like, to them young boys, them belts is everything.
No, the belts don't matter to me. The belts would never matter to me. Only the fights matter to me.
When I was a kid,
we gotta read this comment. My man said, Teo isn't hard to beat, but I won't be surprised if Pillow Fist Shakur loses. And you see what's gonna happen? When we beat the nigga, hold on. When we beat the nigga, they're gonna say Shakur got pillow fist. They're gonna say Shakur's. Man, you darned if you do, darned if you don't. Y'all boxing fans, man. Y'all ain't shit, man.
Y'all boys
ain't no winning with
y'all.
Stop
fessing on this channel. You out of pocket.
My bad, man. My bad, but man, y'all. You
no
can't
S
win,
words,
bro.
no F bombs.
You can't win. You can't win. You can't win with boxing fans. We seen Jake Paul go in there against the heavyweight champion. They don't give him credit for that. I mean, it is what it is.
He got his jaw broke, fam.
But he fought the heavyweight champion of the world.
Man, I don't care what he did. He got his face broke.
I don't know, man. Y'all, I'll put it like this, man. Y'all brothers is ice cold. But let me ask you guys this. So now that we see Usyk saying he won't drop any more belts, do you guys think Usyk can get back in line to defend all his belts versus all his mandatories? What do you guys think?
I hope he does.
After he fight Wilder, because that's the next fight that he's planning on making. So he's not getting in line to fight anybody. They getting in line to fight him. But after he fight Wilder, he probably will fight all of his mandatories if he continue to fight. He might say, okay, I'm not dropping no more belts. I'm gonna fight Wilder, and then I'm gonna go ahead and retire after that. He could just say, I want to retire as a unified champion. Or he could say, I want to fight for my other belt again and retire as an undisputed champion. Whatever he decides to do is what he decides to do. He's not fighting no mandatory right now. He's about to fight Wilder.
That's crazy.
That boy Usyk is a wild boy.
Usyk can do what he want, bro. You know?
Hold on. No, he can't. Not while he got
No,
belts.
Yes, he can. He can do what he wants.
No, he can't do what he
As long as he holds
He got
those belts,
belts.
he can't do what he wants. If he drops
Man.
those belts, he can do what he wants. But as long as he holds those belts, he has 3 mandatories that he has to fight.
Even if he dropped, all right, you said he's fighting Wilder next, right?
Yeah.
Let's say he dropped 2 of them belts and keep 1. That fight is, it's still what it is. You know what I mean? It don't matter. Usyk can do what he wants. He don't need all belts. Usyk don't need. All right, Free just said belts don't matter to him, and the reason why he say that because Usyk don't need no belts to fight nobody. Everybody know who the champ is. You know what I mean? At this point, so that's why Free.
Let me just say this.
That's why Free act like that.
Strike red lightning! Give power to my nigga sword!
Yeah. My nigga sword is strong. Pause. Cause I know you Marky Dan niggas like to act crazy when I say stuff, but
hold on, no, Coach took the whole fun out of pause. Coach ruined pause.
Nah, Coach told you why it shouldn't be pause.
No.
Like what I said.
Coach ruined the fun game for no reason, didn't you, Coach?
It's corny. I don't want to play the pause game because if I say something and then y'all come up here and embarrass me in front of my family when they be listening and stuff, man, I don't need that, man. We y'all talking about glizzies and stuff, and y'all niggas is crazy.
I'll tell you why belts don't matter to me. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, what's the better fight to have? Devin Haney in a rematch for Ryan? Clean, no weight issues, no drugs in the system. Fight Lewis Crocker. The better fight is the Ryan Garcia rematch.
But it would be for a belt because Devin's a champion.
No, that's better for Devin's resume. But you're not going to tell me it's a bigger fight for Devin to fight Lewis Crocker over Ryan Garcia.
I think it'd be bigger if Devin fought
number
Lewis Crocker,
wise,
get 2 belts, and if Ryan could beat Mario Barnes, which he could easily and they was to fight for 3 belts.
I didn't
think that would be huge.
Mario in the situation. I said Ryan Garcia or Lewis Crocker. I didn't put Mario in the situation.
Everybody's gonna want to see the get it back in blood fight, Free. So that's a no-brainer.
Because most people don't know who Lewis Crocker is, but he has a belt. Most people don't know who he is.
Let me ask you this, Coach. And this is something I was looking at. We salute my brother Doug Rice. He made it back here. He fell down the steps for a second. But, Coach, let me ask you this. I was watching Fabio Worley fight. And how are fighters able to get to the top of boxing and have no real skills? All they have is like 1 punches or, you know what I mean? I would call them like gadget fighters. How do gadget fighters get to the top of the world with no real like fundamentals? How is that possible, Coach?
Promoters and social media. So promoters, social media, and podcasting. That is how it's done. Because if you think about it, everybody put up all the arguments they want to put up about why Jaleel shouldn't fight Zan. But I don't see any of them putting the same argument up why Ryan is getting a title shot after coming off 3 dismal fights in a row.
Right.
Yeah. So we should go ahead and fight for one of these 60 belts. Jaleel should fight for a 60 belt next. Since we can do anything, right?
So I know you've been talking a lot about the Turk, Coach. What is going on where you see Shiraz and the Checo can't come to a agreement, and these are supposed to be Turkey's guys, and they go on a purse bid? What is that? What's going on with Turkey? Is Turkey out of money, or what's going on? Why are these guys going to purse bid?
Man, you can't say a man who out of money who can stick a cup in the ground and pull it up is out of money. Come on, man.
No, I'm asking you, man.
Does Turkey Al-Sheikh own both of those guys?
I know Shiraz is with him for sure.
I didn't ask about one. He doesn't own both of those guys. If I'm not mistaken, Pacheco has a promoter.
Yeah, Pacheco is with Bob Arm.
So if Pacheco got a promoter and the Turk and his team are saying, hey, we're gonna give boxing a new look and take it over, I'm not gonna keep supplying another promoter's fighters with money. If you want to be with me, be with me. If you don't, I hope he got money for you. He ain't got no TV, so he ain't got no money.
I love Coach. That brother get right to
that might be another fight that the Puerto Rican promoters that just put on the Matias fight. They might put up the money for that fight.
Yeah, because I was shocked to hear Shiraz and Pacheco couldn't get that fight done. Because I didn't heard Turk go so crazy about Shiraz, how much he loves what he's doing with boxing, loves his improvements, all that, and then let's see it go to purse bid. So you don't smell blood in the water on this one, Coach.
I mean, but you got to look at it. If the Turk is taking over boxing, thank God somebody taking it over that got a bigger, broader face about what's going on. I'm loving it. If he's taking it over, the only way you take over is to bleed a block. And if you all want to keep staying on the top ranked block or on the other block and not want to come over to the block who've been paying you, now he got to bleed you. So if they happy with their promoters, all these guys, stay with them. See what they can get you. Do you not see that promoter by promoter, they're losing television deals?
Yeah.
You know what makes Bob Arum and the top 5 promoters better than your neighborhood promoter? They have a television deal. You take television away, they're no different than your neighborhood promoter.
Why is ESPN out of boxing? That's what I don't get. They're supposed to be the worldwide leader.
Because
Man, they don't want to spend no money.
because all the promoters ran them dry. They ran them dry. They asked for top dollar for subpar fights.
Boy, they was giving away money at one point in boxing.
You know what's funny? The best fight we got on Top Rank, if we being real, when they was on ESPN, is Teo versus Lomachenko. That's the best fight we got. Or you can say Devin versus Lomachenko.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
What was the best fights you got? What, Joe Smith versus Bibble?
No.
Nah.
Michael Perry versus Wilder.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was a co-promotion, so technically.
Well, it was a co-promoted.
But still, technically,
that wasn't just ESPN.
but it's still ESPN had their own programming and PBC had theirs.
But it still was. Yeah.
So technically, he's not wrong. Technically.
Yeah.
Still, so
I feel you. I feel you, man.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
But
hold on.
We talking about the best fight from ESPN,
yeah.
right? Correct?
Yeah.
The best fight has to be Devin and Lomachenko.
No way.
That was the best fight.
No, it wasn't.
That was the
I named
best
that
fight
one
they
too.
ever put on.
That was not better than Fury and Wilder, bro. You bugging.
You out of
Those was not good fights, man.
If you want
What?
money.
I agree. I do agree. No, you're right. I'm out of order.
Them fights were amazing. Them fights are gonna be talked about forever, bro.
I forgot that was a code. I forgot.
Right. So that's why I said free technically right. If you want, because technically, ESPN, if you want to say that
it was a co-sponsored event. It was a
yeah, but
co-sponsored
technically
event.
it's still they had their own programming. You could switch to either channel at the time. You can watch the PBC programming or you can watch the Top Rank programming. And that means commentators. So technically D Free is right.
I mean, if you want
to, I wasn't speaking on it that way, but I agree with what you're saying.
If you want to move, if you want to move that to the side because those was heavyweight, then you could say the Bud Crawford versus Sean Porter was better. They generated more money than Loma and Teo.
Yeah, even that fight, yeah.
That was
no fight. Bud dominated Sean Porter. Bud dominated Sean Porter.
But I'm saying though, going into the fight, it was a big fight. Sean, they let Sean go across the street, and he came up a little short, but I thought Sean did good in the fight. But
Sean got his black ass beat. I don't know which one was watching.
Man, come on, man. I ain't say that he didn't. I just say he did his thing, but he came up short.
According to the
he
numbers,
beat the Polish dog out of him, man.
BVO, get out of here, bro.
He beat the Polish dog out of him.
Get out of here, bro. You bugging.
He punched you right into them Steve Harvey suits, man. I don't see the thing y'all be doing, man. Y'all be blazing, man. I'm from Cleveland, and Sean Porter, man, he got beat, man. Everybody was pissed in Cleveland when he got beat like that.
Bro, nobody said that he didn't. Even when they said you down, but Bud was like, how? And then he turned it up on him. I didn't think that Bud was down at that point. I was like, what they watching? I thought Bud was doing his thing. Sean Porter wasn't doing nothing.
Sean Porter had moments early in that fight. He had moments early in that fight, but Bud Crawford just.
But what happened when he was beaten? What happened when he was playing the grinding beat on the ring? When he kept
prior to that, when they was like, when they told that Terrence was up, right? He wasn't up. I mean, when they said Sean was up, he wasn't up.
Did you didn't see Sean Porter? You didn't see Sean.
That was the last round.
Sean Porter was beating, was hitting, was doing the grinding beat on the ring.
No, I
thought he better start rapping.
No, it wasn't free. They didn't make it 12 rounds.
No, that was the last round he fought in it. That was the last round.
Oh, you talking about Sean Porter? Oh, no, my bad. I didn't hear you right.
No more rounds. He's talking about the very last round. He forgot about the rest of the fight.
Fair enough.
You forgot about the rest of the fight. You just looked at the last round. And was like,
no. I didn't look at the last round. I said that.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about BVO.
Oh, my bad.
He looked at the last round and forgot about the rest of the fight. Oh, Sean Porter was getting beat to that. You see when he turned on the that was the last round. You forgot the first four or 5 rounds.
I mean, he had some good rounds, but I thought Bud was just trying to figure him out.
Now, Sean was a little awkward in that fight, though. He was super awkward in that fight, but I felt like that Bud wasn't down. When they told Bud in his corner, you down. How? And Bud looked, he changed his face and turned it up. I didn't think he was down at that point.
Before we go to our last subject, I'm gonna say this: Lawrence Okolie is so awkward. I think he'll beat Caballero. He's so big and he's awkward like Rolly. So I don't think Caballero beat Lawrence Okolie. But
all you gotta do is have a jab to beat that guy.
Our last subject is this, and we're gonna start with Coach. Then we're gonna open it back up to everybody. Coach, what do you think about Errol Spence making a text, making a X post saying that people are calling his name who wouldn't utter his name after he got beat to death by Bud Crawford? Is that fair or foul? Why is Errol making excuses on why he's not fighting? What would you say, Coach?
He ain't make no excuse. He just called suckers out for being suckers. Y'all ain't say the man's name when the man was available trying to look for fights. This man had a belt and he was walking around the corner saying, "You want to fight me? You want to fight me? You want to fight me?" Everybody talking about nah. Now all of a sudden they see that he's human, and now everybody got something to say. You know, that's just typical niggas. You know, when the man was in his heyday, none of them wanted to fight him. They waited till Bud Crawford came up and beat him to now say, "Oh yeah, I think I'll fight him." They didn't even want to fight the man after he got head first out of a convertible and then came back after getting his face rebuilt. They didn't want to fight him then, but now all of a sudden you want to fight him after the Bud Crawford fight. Man, ain't nobody trying to hit that.
But you know what, Coach? If you read the actual, we'll call it a tweet, because I don't want to say X to confuse you, but the Twitter, what Earl said on Twitter, what he seemed like he was trying to insinuate that he wasn't fighting no more, because his number one goal was to make it to where his parents don't have to work no more, which he accomplished that, right? We all agree with that, right? So that's what I got from the tweet on Twitter or the text. I got that he don't want to fight no more because he's like, man, like I done made my parents rich. That was the goal from the beginning. And he got his health. He still, you know, he looks good. He's not all, his nose ain't shifted. His eyes ain't all puffy, you know. So, and he made tons of money. Y'all got to remember, Earl's making money a long time ago. And he come from a 2-family home where the structure is a little bit different than usual, and them people are probably smart with the money. He got his cows and his animals and his ranch. He's probably getting great tax breaks, so you know he doesn't have to fight technically. But it seemed like the Spence family was smart with the funding that they were funded.
So it looks like, Errol done made himself some money.
Tons of
this. But Errol Spence actually turned down a $160 million deal with PBC Amazon.
$160 million deal.
I didn't never see that. I never saw that.
They said his major pay-per-view. They had 100. This is before the Bud Crawford fight. This is before the Bud Crawford fight.
He would have never saw that $160 million
deal that they had for Errol Spence before the Bud Crawford fight. What fight was that?
This is going to be for a 7-fight deal.
For
It
who?
says that he.
I'm asking you what fighter.
Oh, Errol Spence. Errol Spence.
What up, DP? TD?
They did
Earl
never.
Spence. I know Earl Spence. I'm talking about who was the other fighter.
I'm just reading off what it says in the article.
Man, that article, what article
That
from
article
where?
was a lie because there was no $150 million deal.
Hold on. I'm reading it wrong. My bad. I'm reading it wrong.
You're definitely reading it wrong. Put your glasses on.
Okay. Well, anyway, basically, what it was they have. This is what they said. With reports of a potential $200 million contract offered by PBC Amazon for several fights, his major pay-per-view bouts, he made over $160 million in revenue. Okay, I see. I read it.
So he made that.
No, $160 million.
He probably didn't see the whole $160, but he probably got a nice little, you know what I mean? And he got that Texas ranch. He got his cattle. And for a lot of y'all that don't know nothing about business and money, when you get them cattle and that livestock, you get crazy tax breaks. Crazy tax breaks.
This is the thing, like what
So y'all laughed at Earl real quick, Free. Everybody laughed at Earl when he had chickens and cows and he got beat up and all that stuff. But who's really laughing? Because if you know anything about his cows and the stuff that he has, he's probably getting a major tax break with that livestock on his property.
Okay. My bad. That was a lie from Fraud 9. Fraud 9 put that lie out that Earl had a huge $200 million fight deal. Fraud 9 said that. It's a dude who's a mental patient that said that.
Well, he need to go back. He need to check back in with the people.
Yeah, he got to check back in. But basically,
what Coach said is absolutely correct. These guys wasn't mentioning Earl Spence's name, and now you wanna call out a guy. In his last fight, we've seen him get beat up and get stopped. He hasn't fought since 2023. You want to call out that guy instead of fighting a guy that you try to put on a short notice. You try to make him sign a contract on a short notice. Instead of fighting that guy, you want to call out a guy that's been out of the ring for going on 3 years.
Yeah, Earl should stay out of the ring.
Hey, BVO, you read his tweet, didn't you? You brought it up.
He should stay out the ring.
Okay, so you should take that tweet and that should let you know that man has no interest.
Salute, DP.
You got to make a big offer for him to come back, BVO.
Errol Spence will be known as SOFT, soft, because he took one loss and he never fought again. That's the corniest thing.
No, it's not. There's tons of fighters that lost. Bernard got knocked out of the ring in his last fight, but that doesn't make him.
Bernard had went on an unprecedented run.
Okay, well, Earl in his time and day, he went on a good run, and he lost a fight. He made tons of money, and he don't want to. And he's been through so much outside of the ring that he doesn't have that fire no more, and that's okay. That doesn't mean he's less of a man.
With Bud, man.
Bro, his mama.
Hold on. Can I ask
Hold on, no, real quick, Dub. His number one goal was to make sure that his parents doesn't not have to work. He accomplished that. If that's what that man feel like he don't have nothing else to do, then he can go chill with his kids, grow his dreadlocks, go to Turks and Caicos.
DP, I get what you're saying. The marvelous one. He did that too, but that's corny. But shout out to Errol Spence. But go ahead, Dub. I mean, I respect it. I respect that.
But you just said it was corny. It's not corny.
Corny to me, but go ahead.
Man, come on. Go ahead, Dub.
My question, when we talk about Errol Spence, even though he did and he got scrubbed up, respectfully.
So what?
Hold on.
The man finishes, man. The man
act like I can't say one word. All I said was so what, and I didn't say nothing else. Go ahead, Doug. My bad, Doug. I'm out of order.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And I agree with you. I agree. So what? I'm not worried about that. What I'm saying is that I still think that Errol Spence has something to give to the sport, but at the same time, when we talking about, man, put him in to get scrubbed up, I think EJ can still fight if he wants to, if he's dedicated, if he's gonna put the time and the work in. I don't know if he's doing that. That's not my concern. But if he say he want to come back and fight, hey, come back and fight. If he don't want to, it ain't no problem. In my opinion, he a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I think he did the heavy lifting, and regardless of what Bud did to him, and let's just be honest, Bud put hands on that man. Respect.
Yes, he did.
He fucked him, or excuse my language. I apologize.
He trashed him.
Yeah. He beat the brake shoes off of EJ. There was a time I thought the brake shoes was in the middle of the ring.
He ripped the pockets off his jeans.
Man, my goodness. But at the same time, we still say that Bud is, in my personal opinion, the ATG. For sure. Just because you lose to an ATG don't make you anything less than a great fighter. And I think that's what Errol Spence was. I wish he would have had more fights against some of the other guys, but he did the heavy lifting in the division for Undisputed to even happen.
And he lost one fight.
And he lost. But he put the work in.
Yes, he did.
That fight that happened, and when his people was telling him the fight shouldn't happen, he said, "Man, dang all of that. Let me call. Hold on. Let me talk to."
His people was trying to give him the move up because they knew that if he tried to make 47 again, it was going to be his demise. But he's such a real nigga to me.
He just did it. He did.
And he comes from a good family. He doesn't need the. Y'all got to understand. He doesn't need the money. He don't need it.
I'm not talking about the money piece of it, though.
No. I'm not talking to you, dude. I'm talking about just the people.
Prize, you rich. That's why you talk like that. You rich.
Okay, so coming from a 2-parent home, but I had a stepdad, but I still call it a 2-parent home, right? I got my grandparents to this day. If I was pretty good at something at boxing, and I went to the highest level, like Dub said, I did all the heavy lifting, and I came up short. And my family, and my grandparents, and my parents, and my sister, and my son, and my daughter, the big one, that can understand, be like, Dad, we don't got to do this. We cool. And I'm chilling with them every day. And Dad, you don't got to fight no more. It's cool. You lost one time. But da-da-da. You did this. You did that. We got this. We got that. They probably talking to that man. That man, if y'all looked at his tweet today, y'all better go read it. That looked like that man has no desire to come back because he got tons of money. He come from a good home who can manage the money, and they got the livestock. Bro, that man.
It ain't registered in you. Listen, nigga, it still ain't registered.
And BVO like jokes, but y'all know what I'm saying is real, true.
I'll be right back. I'm listening, though. I'm listening.
Y'all know, and y'all know in the chat that I'm right. That their number one goal is to make it Jaleel and his family. Let's use somebody we close to, right? Their number one goal is to get the money and get the F out of there. If Jaleel fought for $50 million next Saturday, we're not going to see him for a minute.
Sunday morning. No,
right. We're not going to see Jaleel forever. They're gone. No, Earl did that.
I'll say this. I will say this, though, Coach. Earl did take home a $25 million check.
Man, them boys, them country people is good.
Earl pretty much was doing pretty good with his money before anyway. So because
of that 2-parent household.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, man, that's what marriage is so important, because you never get the money you should get when a family breaks up. Yep. But if you keep your original wife, you really can do some really special things because you're not always starting over. There's so many dudes that's been married 3 and 4 times.
Hey, BVO, it ain't even about your original wife. It's about your original family. Like in my family, all I have is my grandparents, my parents first, because you
missing what I'm saying.
I got my parents next, and the kids, and my sister and her kid. That's it.
You know why Chico did his thing? He kept his original wife.
Yep.
Getting divorced. So hold on, let me finish before you go. Getting divorced and stuff pulls you back. Mm-hmm. But if you're able to make it work with your original wife, you get way more money than you ever get. Than if you break up the family.
Those are facts.
I'm not saying the families don't break up. I'm saying, but if you can keep her, keeper. But go ahead, Fred. Go ahead, Fred.
Nah, BVO, those was bars, over the head bars
I'm
for
gonna
these
say this:
niggas.
he took home more than 25 million. I can tell you that for a fact because he lost a friendship by how much money he took home. Because that whole Dirk James issue came out because Earl said, "I gave you what I owed you, and I gave you another $500,000 on top of that." But Dirk James like, "But you took home more money than that. I was supposed to be paid for what your back end money was." So he took home more than 25 million. So
And he got that ranch free with that livestock, and them people don't know nothing. They never own anything, so they don't know that livestock give you them crazy tax brackets.
But not only that he invested his money well and he has enough money where he don't have to work again, he still has a fighter who is currently fighting. So he's still making money.
Oh yeah, he do got Frank Martin. That's right, he do got Frankie Martin.
So he's still making money. He don't need. He's not hurting for money.
Nope, not at all.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you this, Coach. Do you agree with that? I've always heard people say that. I've been around some really good OGs, and they say you don't make the money you should make if you don't keep your original wife and your original family together. Do you agree with that, Coach?
Yeah, I agree with that. Let me tell you something. When every time you build something or you have something and you bring somebody in it, and then it costs you something to get rid of them, and then you get somebody else, you're operating from a deficit each time. I don't care how much you have, you're still in the deficit from where you started.
Yeah.
But if you could keep the one person, then that person always operates from at least the same level every day. You know, I think it was said best by Bobby Blue Bland. It's cheaper to keep her.
Bars. That's what I'm saying. When you got that kind of family like Earl got, all right, it's like, okay, Earl, you got this, what Free said, over 25 million. So you probably got some good people, like the mom and the dad, probably good with funding. I'll say the mom is, right? Earl's mom is the one. Like, cause she reminds me, she like my grandmom in my family, my grandmom's the money lady. Nobody can get funding and you gotta go through her, right? So he probably got the funding and she said, okay, Earl, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy a nice little ranch house. It's not a big gigantic mansion like Charlo's and them got, but it's nice. It goes to the side. It don't go up. Like you niggas that never own nothing. It goes to the side. The house I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he got the livestock on there, right? And so if he says, Mom, I want a Ferrari, I want a Lambo, Mom. So I'll say, my mom, I'm Earl. My mom, I want to get a Lamborghini. It's about the one I want is like about $450,000. Now I can lease it. I can do that. My grandmother, being the money lady, like Earl mom probably is in the family. And I'll just say his dad too, Earl's parents. So my grandparents are going to come and say, you can get the Lambo, not this month. You can get it next month. Or they're going to say, you can get it. You can go. All right, yeah. You're going to get it in cash? Nah, ma, I want to lease it because I want to trade it in. Right? So, because I'm not driving it all over the world, because people in Lamborghinis don't drive those cars all over the world. Like when y'all see them, that means they just having a moment. Because because they ain't even never own nothing. A lot of people. And my grandmom is going to tell me, yes, I can get the Lambo, or no, I can't get the Lambo. So I'm pretty sure Earl, he still got the dope chain, right? Y'all like his man down chain, a lot of people. Y'all like his cars and his clothes. He still has all of those things, right?
Yeah.
Because he has he comes from a good family. And if you look at his tweet today, AKA his tweet, you would know that man has no desire to come back to boxing.
Yeah,
today was the day that lets me know, you know what? I rock with Earl. If I seen him, he's going to be a people's man. He's going to shake your hand probably. He's going to take, like, if you seen him up front, like BVO got all those celebrities. If that was Earl, Earl's going to say, shout out to BVO Boxing, man. Da-da-da. He's going to do it, bro, because he's that kind of guy. You know what I mean? So he still can go anywhere and do whatever he want, and nobody's going to shame him, bro.
I'll say this, man. Before we get out of here, Coach, give us some knowledge, man, on marriage before you get out of here, man. Drop a dime on us before we get out of here, man.
It's the best thing in the world if you got the ability and a team to help you choose and pick correctly. It's something that can make you grow as a person, and it's something that can make you falter as a person. The process is picking the right person. You can't pick a yes man if you're a female. You can't pick a yes woman if you're a male. You have to find somebody who is going to build with you. If you picked her because she had the best lashes and she had her edges licked down the best, then you ain't going to succeed. If you picked him because he was the most handsome and he had a bunch of muscles, you ain't going to succeed. You got to pick somebody that you see growth in and with. Never pick a person that you don't want to live without. Pick somebody that you can't live without. Because on those days that you disagree, because it's going to happen, at least you have something of a foundation to build on. Because if you murder for her lashes, you'll get rid of her for her edges.
On that note, man, we're going to be back tomorrow, man. Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Puerto Rican Free.
Yeah,
shout out to my man Doug right side, my right-hand man Prize. We'll be back tomorrow, man. We're going to try to do better tomorrow, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Peace.
What's up, guys? Chris Algieri here. Big shout out to BVO Sports TV.
Shout out to BVO Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?